What's up, Cancer? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you the August 2021 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well in the Cancerian community. For those of you who continue to come to the channel and show love and support repeatedly, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that fly Cancerian energy you bring. I love you guys. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Listen up. This is not a channel for people who can't handle the reality of life. This is a channel for spiritual warriors. People who understand that right now we are under attack. There's a spiritual war going on. If that information sounds gibberish to you, you should turn off this channel. Otherwise, what we're doing here is we're helping you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges so that you are aware of the people around you, and you're making sure that you're protecting your energy. Because again, we are under spiritual attack. The universe sends us the karmic lessons through the karmic partnerships, via our family, our friends, our people who are closest to us, the people who can get to us to teach us these lessons. Most people, if you really stop and think about it, the most serious lessons or most important lessons you've learned were from people who were closest to you. Well, that's designed that way. So what we're doing is making sure that you're on point moving forward, because we're in the energy of karma. Everybody's getting their karma. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, it just depends on what you've been doing. But we are in the season of karma, and we will be in this season until November 30th, when Neptune goes direct in Pisces. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to put out 3 cards. I'm going to read to you the energies I get intuitively. If it resonates, okay. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Check another reading. Check another placement in your chart. You know, you're not just Cancer. This is to serve as a collective read. Okay, if you want something that's individualized with your energy, my information's in the box below. Feel free to reach out. We will have an extended. That link will be in the box below as we go deeper into the messages to see what else Spirit has for you. So a silent enemy could be a family member, a friend, a lover. Usually these are who they are anyway. You know, whether we want to accept that or not. Those of us who are spiritually woke, we understand that. Those of you who are not, you know, and you're trying to, you know, just make sure this is what you want, because once you know, then you'll have to make decisions based on what you know. Can't go back. Can't go back to sleep. Ignorance is bliss. So stay that way if you're not about, you know, fighting for your life. But we got to get this energy out here. We got to get this information out here because there's too much going on. So what you need to be aware of, the first card we have is the 10 of Pentacles. The second energy that we show here is the 4 of Cups, which is Cancer. The 10 of Pentacles is Taurus. The final card here is the major arcana of the Hierophant, and it came out in reverse. Now we'll get to that Hierophant in a minute because that's a major player here. So as far as what you need to be aware of with the energies around you and the intuitive nudges that you may get, you know, what we got going on in the world today is a lot of people are going to be in a situation where they are homeless. I believe, I forget what it is called. Forgive me for not paying attention to the news too much. But I did pay attention the other day, and I realized that there was a time limit that had ran out on a federal mandate or regulation of some sort that kept people from being evicted from their homes for not being able to pay because they didn't have a job because of what was going on with the pandemic. From what I understand, that expired either this weekend or last weekend. And from what I understand, you know, the powers that be, Congress, whomever, are working to put something in place where this will be extended until, you know, the infrastructure bill that they're going to pass to help comes into play. So as a result, there are going to be a lot of people who are homeless, with the 10 of Pentacles showing up as the silent enemies reading. A lot of people are going to be homeless. So there are going to be people that you may have left behind in the past for whatever reason, mostly because you found out that they were karmic in nature, meaning, you know, they were meant to teach you a lesson. You learned the lesson, you moved on. The thing is some of these people are going to be in dire straits because, again, we're dealing with karma. So some people are not going to be doing well. Some of these people who treated you terribly may not be doing well, and they may try to come back towards you. So with this Ten of Pentacles, if you are somebody who's doing well financially, you're okay, you're able to take care of you and your family, you need to be on guard. You need to be on alert. It is critical hour out here. Okay? People are losing their minds slowly but surely. Okay? Because their financial situations are in disarray. I don't know if some of you are in the energy of being evicted, and if you are, my heart goes out to you. I'm sorry you have to go through this, but this is what's going on. So you do have to be careful with your living situation for some of you. For others of you, this could be about you losing your job. But there's some type of financial loss that could occur if you're not paying attention to your intuitive nudges. Either some type of financial loss or some type of business casualty of some sort. Some of you could be business owners and having issues making ends meet at your business. And that's because of what's going on with COVID as well. There's jobs out here, but they're not paying much. And people are not going back to work. It's not because, you know, a lot of it is basically because these jobs that they had prior to COVID weren't paying much. And so now a lot of business owners are losing their businesses because they can't hire employees because employees are not coming in because they don't want to accept the meager wages anymore. So there's a major revolution going on. Major revolution going on. And it has a lot to do with money and what we know as financial structure here in the United States. We also have Uranus in the house of Taurus. Taurus deals with making money. Uranus is about to go into retrograde on August 18th. We're already in the pre-shadow stages of it, so we're seeing some of the things that could manifest in reference to the breaking down of, you know, the mandates that were put in place to help people so that they don't get evicted because they don't have jobs. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot that's going to continue to go on. Again, we're in the season of karma, so just be careful with your finances. Okay, you could have some issues. On another note, this could be some issues with family members. Okay, there could be family members who are looking to take advantage of you. If it's not a direct family member, as in like an auntie or uncle or a cousin or a brother or nephew, it could be somebody that you have children with. Maybe you don't live with this person. This person could be trying to lean on you for support, but it's showing up as a silent enemy because these people don't have good intention for you. Their goal is to use you and to take from you. So it's very important that you watch the people around you, who you associate with, who you discuss your financial prosperity or lack thereof with. Very important. If this is about a job, you need to be careful on the job. Okay, there could be something going on financially that could put you in jeopardy of losing money. Okay, anytime I see the Ten of Pentacles here in the Silent Enemies reading, it tells me that there could be a possibility of some type of financial loss or some type of residential loss. Losing a home, falling back on mortgage payments, falling back on rent payments, okay, due to lack of money. So, you know, those who are going through that, I wish you the best, but this could be, you know, an ugly thorn in somebody's side here. With this Four of Cup energy, this is your energy, Cancerian energy. This is showing up in the Silent Enemies reading because some of you could be suffering from depression, okay? The Four of Cups could talk about, you know, being bored. It could be like from one extreme to another. It could be as simple as you being bored with something, not happy with something, you know, this is boring, I need something else, this is unfulfilling, to you being so emotionally distraught about it that you may need to see a therapist. You may need to see a psychiatrist. You may need medication. It could be anywhere in between that. And I feel like this is showing up in your reading, Cancer, because this is your energy. So for some of you, you need to be careful of your emotional disposition at this time. For some of you, it could be because you have some financial losses that you're experiencing. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need a psychiatric evaluation, but some of you, as far as your anger and your frustration and how you handle it, it could be a detriment to you. You know, being depressed, feeling emotionally overwhelmed, not knowing what to do. not knowing how to handle what's going on. It's going to be rough out here for a lot of people. So I feel like this is just a reminder for you to just be conscious of your emotions. And it's okay to be depressed and sad about things, but there's certain levels where you have to be concerned in reference to, okay, I'm sinking too far, into this depressive state. For some of you on another level, this is about people who are coming around who didn't appreciate you. When you were able to do things for them, where you were in a financial state, able to help people out, there are going to be people who are coming back again because people are getting their karma now. So there are going to be people who did you dirty. You may have cut them off and moved on. These people may be coming back towards you because you have children with them. So they'll have that'll be an excuse for them to come back around. But you need to be very careful, because a lot of them have not changed. They're still the same way. It's just they need something now. The only difference is that they're probably in more need than ever. And you got to be pretty desperate to come back to somebody that you did dirty. They pulled your card until you done told them how they did you. You cut them off, and then here they come back again. You got to be pretty desperate. Now, these people haven't changed, because people don't change like that. You know what I mean? I know here I could hear somebody, oh, people change. Okay. Okay. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying, if somebody didn't see what they were doing, if they didn't see it as being wrong when they were doing you dirty, and people know what they're doing. They know exactly what they were doing to you. If they didn't see that it was wrong, why would they change their ways? Again, they're only changing their language when they come back towards you to continue to take advantage of you. Don't allow people to drain your energy and to take from you because they're in a dire situation, because they don't know how to treat people. And now karma's coming back to kick them in the ass. Don't allow them to stress you out and depress you. And we have the major arcana here of the Hierophant in reverse. Now, whenever a major arcana shows up in a reading, no matter what reading, the Hierophant, the major arcanas represent major changes in your life. This is no exception. With the Hierophant energy in reverse, you have to be careful that you are not dealing with people who, the Hierophant in reverse could represent somebody who's in their lower level energy. When they're upright, this is somebody who's ascending. They're on their spiritual journey. Okay, this is somebody who's a spiritual warrior. They understand the consequences of having to deal with people who are brought into their life to teach them karmic lessons, and they handle those lessons and they move on. When it's in reverse, this could be somebody who's coming back into your life. It could be someone who is karmic in nature. Okay, for some of you, it's somebody who you could be related to. You don't have to be directly related to this person. It could be somebody that you have a child with. Okay, but this is somebody who they have an intent to take from you. And I feel like for some of you, all of this could be related because this person could play on your emotions. How do they play on your emotions? Especially if you have children with this person, they'll play on your emotions with your children. For example, if they're the primary caregiver, they'll come up with all kinds of excuses to get money from you or to try to move in with you, knowing that you're not interested in anything serious with this person. You've already left them behind. They've already proven to you who they are. Again, people don't change. Their circumstances do, but usually a lot of times they don't. So for some of you, you have to be careful. This could be a family member who did you wrong. This could be an ex-lover, an ex-wife, an ex-husband. For some of you, there's a situation going on with your boss, especially with these two cards. The Hierophant energy in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Something could be going on at your job. I don't know if there's some layoffs or some cutbacks, because a lot of corporations are shutting down because they can't hire people. Because people are not, taking the minimum wage anymore. So there could be some things going on at your job that are not right, or you may feel or sense something is off that could be putting you in a state of depression as well. I don't see why anybody, most people are depressed when something goes on with their financial situation or their living situation. So, for those of you who are going through that, I'm sending prayers out to you, wishing you the best for you and your family. But I feel like some of you, especially with these two cards, if this is not about a job situation that you need to be careful of, this is about family members who betray you and deceive you. Okay? Or people who are related to your family, as in your child's mother, your child's father, your ex-husband, your ex-wife. Okay? It could even be your ex-wife's mother, your ex-husband's sister-in-law, your cousin, your nephew. It could be any of these people. But you need to pay attention to your intuition when you're speaking to these people. Some of them could be coming to you for money. But it's one thing to allow someone money, but it's another thing for them to play on your emotions to take advantage of you. Lying to you about what the kids need when in reality the kids are good. Just to get money from you, just to get you to support them or to take care of them. Some of you may have people coming towards you who may want to move in with you, family members. You need to be careful. It's one thing to help a family member out, but it's another where, they can't tell you when they're going to be moving, when they're going to be leaving. There's a difference between, oh, okay, you need a place to stay for how long? Okay, for 2 months. Oh, you got a job already? Okay, I got you. And opposed to, oh, I just need a place to stay. No telling when you're leaving. No telling if, oh, I don't have a job. Like, that's a setup for a disaster right there. I'm not trying to be cold-hearted or anything, but you have to protect yourself. You have to draw the line with being nice with people. People will take advantage of you quicker than you will blink an eye, especially in these drastic times. So please be careful with the people around you. Some of you are in organizations, on another note, if it's not about a work environment, some of you are in organizations that are crumbling and are falling apart for whatever reason. Some of you joined organizations and you may have found that these organizations or the people that run them are not who you thought they were, or they don't represent what, they put on a front where it's, oh, this is the way it is towards the public, but within and behind closed doors, all kinds of illegal, disrespectful, unlawful things are going on. Some of you may be finding that out. Some of you may be finding out that your children, or you may not be able to send your children to college, or you may not be able to pay tuition for your children. Schools are opening back up. Some people are having a difficult time sending their children back to school because they cannot afford to pay the tuition costs. So I feel like that's an energy that's going on as well. So be careful with the schools, the rules and the regulations with the schools, with their children going back to school. You as teachers, also, I feel like there's a lot of blurred lines in reference to contracts and the way safety is, the way they look at safety and the way they implement safety in the schools. I mean, we're seeing that right now on the news. So for some of you, it's important that you get clarity on what's going on, and you know what your rights are, and you know how you are being protected, as well as if you are a teacher and you have students. There's a lot of misinformation in the news. This is also what I'm getting with this energy. There's a lot of misinformation in the news, and it's very important that you get clarity as much as possible. It could be in the workplace as well. A lot of misinformation as to what's going on in the workplace, how you're to go about doing things. Some places are mandating that people get tested before they apply for a job. Some people may feel like that's illegal. So you could start seeing lawsuits come up about that. But all these things are showing up under silent enemy because these are some of the things that you may experience or people close to you may be going through or experiencing. But that's what I got for you, Cancer, for your silent enemies reading for the month of August. What I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to go into the extended. I'm going to pull 4 additional cards for each of these to see what additional messages Spirit has for you all. If this resonated with you or someone you know, feel free to click the like button. Make sure you leave a comment on how it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it's okay. It's a general reading. Thousands of people are going to see it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't resonate with you personally because it's not your personal reading. So don't feel offended by it. Don't feel some sort of way. Just check your other placements. If those don't resonate or you don't like this style of reading, Check the other types of readings that are available on the channel. The link to the extended's in the box below, so feel free to join in if you would like to find a little bit more about what's going on. And I will see you there. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Take care of yourself, Cancer.